images we are exposed to in the media help shape our perception of everything around us. A group of teachers met up to discuss how we represent those who teach tomorrow's generation.
Hello, and welcome today to Education Now. Today our panel consists of educators from different areas of the city of Winnipeg, from a variety of different teaching areas, and also that have different teaching experiences. So today we have Julye to my right, James, Andrew, Karen, and me, Gabriela. Today we're going to be looking at the hot topic of discipline in today's educational systems. The issue is obviously portrayed by the popular media, namely through movies and television. Our first clip we're going to look at today is from the infamous movie Lean on Me, where Morgan Freeman plays a tyrant principal who is trying to reform a very troubled school that was once prosperous but has now spun totally out of control. The clip we're going to look at is Principal Clark on the roof of the school, and he is with a student he has just expelled. The student is just begging to come back to school. Let's see how Principal Clark reacts to this request. Take a look at this.
What are you doing? What's up here?
Now, let me tell you something. The trouble with being a teenager is you don't know nothing. The problem with teenagers is you think you're smarter than people who've already been down the road you're traveling. You know what I'm trying to say to you, boy? Do you?
Yes, sir.
Did you tell your father I threw you out of school? Look at me, damn it!
No, sir.
Why not? No guts, huh? Afraid of what he's gonna say to you, aren't you?
My father doesn't live with us anymore, sir.
Oh, is that what you're doing now? Go around feeling sorry for yourself, boy? Huh? Go on, get out of here. You're wasting my time.
Please let me back, sir. I have to get back in school. I can't go home and tell my mom I got kicked out of school.
Now, why should I let you back into my school, Sams?
Because I'm going to do better, sir.
How?
By doing my work.
What else?
And staying out of trouble.
So, after seeing that clip, does this form of discipline exist in today's educational world, or is it effective?
Well, I think the first thing we need to realize is this is a dramatization. So obviously in a Hollywood production, we're going to see a level of drama that probably exceeds real life situations. But I think that this form of hardline discipline in many areas is probably still in existence, at least in Manitoba schools.
I think the level of drama we're seeing is on the roof. And I don't like the idea that, any teacher or principal would take a student up on the roof and at some point say, jump. I think challenge is important, and we are challenging and are supposed to challenge our students. Sometimes that takes on a bit of a dramatic role when we do it, and we kind of, up the ante in that way. But the roof, that's Hollywood.
Sorry, we certainly wouldn't see the poking and the grabbing of the student. That's something that we can't do. So that's definitely dramatized, I would think, and I don't think we would see that. Otherwise, I don't think the person would have a job anymore, quite frankly.
This level of crisis exists in our schools today, where students are still doing drugs. They are still in situations where they've got a choice, either to stay in school or to throw their lives away. And I think that it's poignant that Joe Clark is showing the metaphor of, by jumping off the roof, by killing yourself now, you're doing the same thing as doing crack, killing yourself slowly. And I actually respect this teacher for placing the student in the role where they can immediately see how their decisions currently and how their destructive choices currently have a long-term effect.
But Andrew, when we take a look at this clip, and throughout the whole movie, we see Joe Clark as this rebel who is a standalone person who's trying to take charge of the school. He is intimidating not only students, he's intimidating staff. Exactly. In Manitoba, in our school systems today, we have the code of professional practice that really does speak to the well-being of the child and how we interact with children. So, I mean, this is so Hollywood, and yet we have to wonder, this true story, how much of it really is true and how much is sensationalized?
I'm going to pose the question again, though. Is it effective? Does this work in this situation for these type of kids?
I think it could be effective in terms of the way that he uses his words, but again, certainly, and I'm going to go back to the physical part, absolutely not. I don't think anybody has a right to put their hands on any student. So from that perspective, no. But I think that he was trying to make a point with him and make him realize and see that there could be another way for him to be successful. I think that's the point he was trying to get across. And I think sometimes being harsh like that opens a student's eyes to make them see.
Okay.
But it's a big risk. I mean, he is on a rooftop and he is suggesting that he jump off. He doesn't know the emotional well-being of this child, and the child could have jumped.
Well, hold on to that thought. We're going to take a look at another clip of a student-principal relationship where it's from the 1980s, the classic film, The Breakfast Club. And in this clip, we're going to see a student who's a rebel, sort of the ultimate bad boy, who's in detention on a Saturday. And his principal finally gets that one-on-one opportunity to tell the student how he actually feels about him. So take a look at this clip.
Oh, tough guy. Hey, come on. Get on your feet, pal. Let's find out how tough you are. I want to know right now how tough you are. Come on, I'll give you the first punch. Let's go. Come on, right here. Just take the first shot. Please, I'm begging you. Take a shot right here. Come on. Just take one shot. That's all I need. Just one swing.
So this kind of discipline, would we ever encounter this in the schools? Any comments about the Breakfast Club and the principal there?
That doesn't look like discipline to me. That looks like rage. I think it's over the top and
Just
it's
a complete bully.
Yeah, totally inappropriate.
Absolutely,
Yep.
a complete bully. Horrible. And I mean, we're so surprised at the reaction from Bender in this clip because we actually see the fear in his eyes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the teacher is absolutely bullying the student, but that's not to say that it doesn't exist. And to say that, oh yeah, this person doesn't exist in our school system. I've seen obviously I haven't seen anything this dramatic, but like in certain extents, people lose their cool. They blow up on students, and teachers are humans too.
Getting a student's attention is one thing. Going over the edge like that isn't right. We do have the challenge of getting their attention, but that isn't the way.
Well, that's all the time we have today, unfortunately, but whether it's Hollywood or real life, discipline is going to continue to be a debate among educators. So thank you so much for joining me today. We hope to see you again.
Great.
Thanks.